Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where and whenever you are. I'm Ian. This is Joe. We are the BS Buddies podcast, and today we are BSing about a topic that Joe has pitched to me, which is quite
Like
interesting. Joe,
usual.
would you like? Would you? You're the one with the notebook with everything written down.
Yeah, you could
So,
start your
would
own notebook.
I don't know how to read, so there's that problem, and I can't write and for anything I can't spell, and if I could spell, it would look like chicken scratch. So you're the man, Stan. Now, would you
So,
like to inform the good people about what we're going to be talking about today, which is child
uh,
abuse? Just for anyone who's wondering,
uh,
it's
unfortunately,
well
yeah.
deserved child abuse.
Honestly, yeah, it is about child abuse, but not in the way you would think. Um, so this is gonna start off great by I watched a TikTok. Uh, so
I watched a TikTok
Debbie
about
showed
how
me a
to throw a
TikTok,
great right hook.
and someone brought up this analogy. If you listen to our episode about the duck-sized humans or human-sized ducks, and you loved it, this is right up that alley. Same kind of concept, but it's more structured to begin with. We made the structure. Um, so, your current state, we're both 26. Our current state, you have to defeat as many 12-year-old versions of you as you can. So there's caveats. So one 12-year-old you will spawn every 30 seconds. They will come charging at you. They can't wait around and just create an
You
army.
can't.
They have to
So there's
charge at you.
okay.
And
So
all
it's like a one at a time.
you don't have to kill them. Hopefully YouTube is okay with me saying that. Not like
Don't
we're
have to.
getting
Boring.
demonetized anytime soon, anyway. um,
Don't have to. Boring.
um, but you have to knock them out. And after 30 seconds, another one will spawn. And the question is, with those rulings, how many 12-year-old versions of you do you think you could take down?
Could you get through? All right. Do I get a weapon of choice or weapon of
Damn it,
opportunity
it
or
did
no weapon?
not specify weapons. I I would say in this time, since it's just another human you, I would say no weapons. Like
No weapons.
with the ducks and the humans, like you have a lot at one time. But
Bare
this is
fists.
just
So
this is just a 1v1 until you can't knock one out, and then so on and so forth.
well, given that I know my 12-year, I'm a string bean now. So at 12, I was even more. I'm pretty sure at 12 years old, I was like barely cracked 100 pounds. So I could get through at least the first 6 or 7, no problem. Like they come at me, one good swing right in the chin. I know myself. I'm going down 10 out of 10 times for at least like the first 6 or 7. After that, then the fatigue might start setting in a little bit, and I bet I could slog my way up to like 20. I could take out like 20 of myself as long as they keep doing the one at a time thing, because
Yeah,
I know how to
that's
keep
the
them
thing.
occupied.
That's the thing. They're always going to come in one at a time. You just got to knock out the one before. And you have 30
Um,
seconds in between, remember.
yeah. So
So
um,
you're talking about fatigue, but if you knock the first one out r- right
if
away,
you're if
then
you're
you still
quick,
got
yeah, you could.
25 seconds to rest.
Yeah, you could sit and rest. But that's the thing, though, is you got to think, you got to swing that hard and connect in the right spot every
But
single time, which,
but you're also
I don't want
for
to.
so I'm going to argue for you getting way more than just 20. You're 14 years their senior, and you yourself have been through military training. I think you can do better than 20.
Nah, that don't mean nothing. I'm okay, granted, yeah, I can figure out a way to, like, push the little shithead to the ground. But I guess if I'm thinking in terms of purely one-hit wonders, maybe 6 of them. But I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to do a leg sweep on them. Granted, not that I know what I'm doing particularly, but see, here's the thing. I'm not saying that I only get 20. I'm saying we get to 20 before, you start feeling that fatigue. Because granted, 12-year-olds, they're spry. They got a lot of energy. 26, I'm starting to feel the thralls of a quarter-life crisis. I got the knees of an old man. I've got the elbows of an elderly gentleman, right? Everything snaps, crackles, and pops like a bowl of Rice Krispies when I get out of bed in the morning. So after we hit about 20 of the little rapscallions on the fucking dirt eating grass and bugs crying, I'm gonna start wanting to be down there joining them because I'm gonna be like, oh, my joints, everything hurts. So at 20, that's when I might have to start fight like, 2 at a time or something like that because I'm gonna start slowing down. You know what I mean?
Coming into this, until you kind of brought up more, like, just my first thought was I could probably take 1,000, but thinking about it more, so the thing with me, like, if there's no emotion coming from 12-year-old me, then perfect. Like, because I feel like if I punch myself, I don't knock myself out, and that 12-year-old me just starts bawling, I'm just gonna want to take care of the little guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. However, I don't know. See, I don't know if this speaks volumes to me as a person now. But if I knew that it was my 12-year-old self I was punching, and I hit the little fucker, and he started crying, I'm kicking him twice as hard to shut him up, boy. What you
Uh,
fucking crying for? What are you
I,
crying for? This is
I'm,
me I'm talking to. Come here, I'll give you something to cry about.
I'm saying I would be the opposite. Like, I would just feel so incredibly bad. But if, like, 12-year-old me, no emotion,
Just
I
cold
think
cocked him and boom, hit the
I
ground.
honestly think I could for sure do 250.
Yeah, think so?
Like, myself, it's hard to tell from sitting down, but I'm 6'4", about 205. Like, I lift
He's got height.
I lift
He's got
doors
height.
and windows every day. Like, I'm constantly lifting shit. You don't I think I would get fatigued at like 50 of them. But I feel like I could connect well enough to just
Yeah, I mean, there
knock
you
them
go.
out. Like, just one punch, rest for 25 minutes. Or not minutes, seconds.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you getting this half-hour break time from? Why do I gotta face them one at a time?
I think once the 150 mark would come around, then I would start having to try and face 2 at a time.
Now, if I had a weapon, oh yeah, easy. Like if I had like a baseball bat, just one good,
Oh, you don't want.
and they go down. Oh
If
yeah,
I
then
had a
we're making it
baseball
into the
bat,
hundreds.
I'm my guess I could do about 750. Like,
Bubbers,
triple
are
that
you?
amount with a baseball bat. It'd just be taking batting practice for me. Like,
You can't even see the cat. I break my train of thought, but you can't even see the cat on the video because he blends in to the background so much. And are you just gonna pick a spot and lay down, or are you gonna be difficult?
but
Hey there.
I,
Hey,
I was
okay,
gonna
he's good. We're
mention,
back.
like, batting practice for me is like 30 to 50 pitches of swinging, and it's like I if I get one good connection and I gotta wait 25 seconds, I'm gonna be just fine. Like,
Oh
usually
yeah, you
it's
got the
like
endurance in there. See, I never like batting practice with you,
I-
Joe. You throw changeups and fastballs and
I've
curveballs like
never
it's all fun and
thrown
games.
I never threw a changeup in high school, but hell yeah, I threw you curveballs because I
Yeah,
knew
I
how much
know.
you hated them.
Yeah, I hate them, and I just want to put that out there that I to this day despise that you could do that so easily.
So we're veering off because we're talking baseball
Oh, did
now.
you
And
really think we were gonna stay on topic the whole
no,
time?
no, we never do. I mean, we're at like just under 10 minutes, and I think we already kind of took care of the question. So, back in the
Yeah,
day,
let's veer.
would you like to explain my curveball in your opinion? I see it from the mound. I don't see it from a hitter's perspective.
It is a thing of
I will say
innate frustration and anger.
I will say it was. I still have it. I just don't throw it the same. So it's a little different now. But
Like, whenever you see curveballs in like video games and hell, even movies for that matter, and even professional baseball when you're just watching on TV, right? The way they throw and the angle of the camera makes it look like it's just this big wide curve that comes in that you can see coming a mile away. And that's not at all how it happens when you're standing there in the batter's box looking down at the pitcher, especially in Joe's case. Because Joe would whip the ball and you'd see it going straight, going straight, going straight, going straight, and you're like, all right, perfect. This is like right up the batter's alley. I'm gonna knock this sucker out of the park. And at the very last second, it's like the ball goes, oop, forgot my keys, and just like takes a hard left, and you're like, what the hell? Where did it go? And what you thought you'd be swinging at a ball is you're just blowing air down the frickin' diamond towards the pitcher, and it sucks. And I never ever got used to it because he would change it up and he'd go from over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, and it's quite frustrating, quite irritating for my younger self.
so yes, in high school I had a nasty curve. How I would throw it, I don't have a baseball to show you the grip, but if anyone's interested, I can either if I have set up our social media yet, or I can make a video all on its own about my pitch grips, and I still pitch today. But what I would do, my release point, I would aim, so if you're a right-handed batter, I would aim for your head. That was my release point. So I would let it go, and it would have so much curve to it, it would die down to the middle of the plate around the batter's knees. So like you're looking at it like straight at your head, and then it just dies.
It looks like it's gonna come and smack you in the face, and then at the very last possible second, oh, it's a strike. Those were his two. Those were his two great ways that he would get you. Either he'd throw it, which would look like a perfect butter smooth swing, you'd knock it out of the park, and then it would jump out of the way at the last second, or he'd throw it and you'd be like, oh, that's gonna miss by a country mile, and then it would just dive in the box at the last second. Oh,
I will say it was very stupid in the best ways possible. I remember one game I threw it against, like it was a high school varsity game. I had the batter stick their hand out. I've never seen it ever in my life, but I saw this guy like put his hand out to like catch it. I think I fooled him on it that bad.
wow. He really thought he was gonna get smacked with it.
Like he almost caught it. Like he put his hand out in the middle of the plate. And I don't understand. I still throw that curveball. I still throw it the same way, but this was my first year pitching in 7 years, and instead of, because I've heard if you throw it like that loop, like it's way easier to hit. So I started doing it like a 12-6, and if you don't know baseball terms, it's okay. Think of a clock. That's how the ball will move for a 12-6 curve. It'll start at 12 and die down to 6. So it'll start at the top and then make its way down, which is now how I throw it. And then one game I threw it this past season,
Great
and
count.
someone tanked it. So it made me upset.
Hey, sometimes they still slip in there and get that. But, I was going to say, Joe, is that you can't even say 12-6 anymore because there's people out there who don't know what an analog clock is.
Shut up.
There is. There really
I
is. There are
know.
people out on this
Okay,
planet.
if you're one
No
of those
longer-
people, think of a wall clock. It starts on the top and ends on the bottom, 12-6.
Well,
I could go in a full topic about baseball pitches and what I throw, why I throw it, but we'll save that for when the season starts. And, well, Hell,
And in
I'm
the
gonna be.
meantime, we'll continue making fun of people who don't understand clocks.
Eh,
We'll just think, how long until people don't understand the saying, even a broken clock is right twice a day? You know what I mean? Because
hey,
that
they'll still understand that because the 12 will be blinking.
maybe, but well, here's the thing though: as we progress into the digital age, if you have a digital clock, what happens if it breaks or it runs out of battery? It doesn't display anything, right? The only time you could use the broken clock analogy is like, for example, when your power goes out on your microwave or your oven and it sits there and flashes. But like for the most part, for digital clocks, when they go down, they're done. Whereas the old analog clocks, when they broke, they were stuck at one time. So as we move further down the line of technology, think of it's the same thing with saying roll the windows down. How long do you think it's going to be until people don't know why we say roll the windows of the car down? Because technically you don't roll them anymore. You just zoom, and it's down. You don't have to do the old fucking.
Ugh.
Come on, these are the rabbit holes that we live for, Joe. These are the rabbit holes of conversation that we must go down.
Time is an illusion, cars are fake.
Time is an illusion, cars are fake. Well, that fake ass car cost me a pretty penny every month on insurance, so somebody's getting ripped off here, and I have a feeling it's me. What do you think, Bubbers?
I think
Bubbers
this
just looks
is
at me.
I think this is the only episode where we actually this was this was the original intent. Like this is just how we chat with each other. We just
Yep,
veer
this
off,
is
and that's why we created this podcast to show just how much we veer off. And we're
to mirror
two
those
of about
old
eight.
improv episodes from
We're,
so long ago.
yeah, we're about 2 of 8 for like completely veering off. So
Yeah, and that's always the most fun. Speaking of those old improvs, by the way, oh my god, dude, sometimes those videos I look back on and I wonder, what were we smoking as kids?
once once we get like this is the same as the last episode. I haven't posted one of these episodes yet, so I have no idea how these are doing. But if we get to a certain like follower mark on some platform or a certain subscriber count on YouTube, I think for a fun special it would be like us reacting to the old
Revisiting those
improvs
old videos. I will
or
never
Q and
forget
A's.
the time.
So likes and subscribe, follow wherever you're listening. So then we'll do fun stuff like that every now and then.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
give
watch
us
the
a follow.
first
So then,
10 for
so then you,
one.
so then you can see what we looked like approximately. Oh God, it's coming up on like a decade ago now. You can see what we
Uh,
looked like approximately a decade ago.
approximately 7 years ago.
7 years ago?
Approximately.
Approximately. A broccoli? A procalocoli.
It was about 7.
Procalocalocalocaloc?
Wait. You know what? While we're on this subject, I will look them. Hopefully.
Boom, boom shakalaka?
Um. Okay, I'm trying to do this where you can't see my screen, the people watching on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm looking up what the year was. Um, hold
I
on,
feel,
let's...
I feel like it was probably about 8 years ago is gonna be
I,
what the time frame was.
I know it's 7 or 8, but just trying to figure out... Ah, jeez! Shut up! Shut up! Oh, hopefully.
I didn't hear anything on mine.
Yeah, I know, but they... You know,
Is
I'm
there...
gonna cut that part out. I went to my channel and it plays the first episode or your channel preview, and I just called it loud because it's super loud. And yeah, you don't need to hear that.
Oh, you don't want them to be entertained by the little jingle on your channel, Joe?
Where did I don't want to dig through forever. Holy, I thought I put them all in a playlist, but apparently I didn't. The first one was 9 years ago.
Oh
It was,
God,
it's approaching 10 years.
that is
Um,
something else.
so while we're on this subject, I'm just gonna read the frickin' titles. The first one's almost at 100 views. Wow. We got, holy shit, these
I
titles.
hate the I
Uh,
hate to
the,
think that 100 people have seen us acting
the,
as
the
dumb as we have ever acted.
The first one was so we I titled them with whatever topic we talked about.
Yep,
Every topic we talked about. So the
I
first one
remember
is
that.
face reveal cameras, duh, Obama, birds. The second one is weird intro.
What a lineup!
Weird intro, sponsors, backwards stuff, ketchup and eggs versus something. I can't read it. Um Looking at the thumbnail for this one, I'm I don't know how I can do this proper. I might just have to link it because holy shit, that's funny. Okay, for those watching on YouTube, I'm just gonna nope. It's this one right here. Where Ian looks like he's I can't say it. I can't say it. But Ian, I'll send you a snap. But we got eating deadly hova slow mo Photoshop probs. Oh, problems. NSA and hyperventilating. Like this is so
Again, I'm not
stupid.
over that first one. Face reveal.
Oh,
What was
you
it?
want me to read the third one? I skipped the third one. I didn't want to read it. Weirder intro, tripping, pooper, sandlot, dramatic zoom in, bouncy chair tripping again, personal cat, OCD, chips gone wild.
See you.
Oh my fucking goodness. I remember Improv 5 being our most serious one. And holy shit. Reading the title Bad German, Most Serious, Gay Rights, 60 Drinks, Music, Lowercase Zero, and something else.
What a
Um,
what a fucking lineup of topics, man.
this is what we did for so long.
How did we
Um,
find so much entertainment in that?
Copyright issues, second channel, WTF chips, unsmart, weird topics. No, no, no. Poverty, rage, kill the video, I refuse, memories, more boring. For those who are just listening in, I'm reading our old video titles.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
shit.
That is
You look so young in these two specifically.
God, I mean, I will never forget the one. I was doing that stupid trick where I put the shirt on upside down and tie it for a ninja mask.
Ian,
And
Ian, that was the one I pointed out. The one I was gonna send you the snap of.
yeah, when I pull the shirt over my head, I go, and then I pulled the shirt up over my head when I went to
Oh, they
yank
saw
the
it. They
mask
saw
off.
it. But yeah, I guess for the people who are listening, yeah, this probably went on a little too far, or a little too long. Got off topic, like usual.
That's
I'll link
okay.
the improvs or one of them in the description,
Oh.
so you guys can go check it out and see where we started almost 10 years ago. We have definitely
Explosions, Michael
upgraded.
Bay.
That's also in number 3.
The setup and the background has upgraded. but the commentary and the level of entertainment provided has not. It is exactly the same
Yeah,
as it was all those years ago.
yeah, I'm pretty sure like personality wise, I mean, we've become a lot more confident and
If
um,
anything, we've mellowed out. I don't think
I
anything will
think
ever
you've
beat.
mellowed out a ton. I don't think I could get more mellow. I think I've been more outgoing, honestly.
Swings. Swings, everybody. That will
What the
forever.
fuck? I'm still looking at them, and it's just I really want to rewatch them.
Okay, so I will tell you this. I've had a couple of nights where this was a long time ago. I don't remember why. I remember one night I was having a few drinks, and it just popped into my head that those videos still existed, and I went to your channel to watch them, and even intoxicated watching those videos, I think I only got through like two or three of them before I stopped the videos, and I was like, I can't watch anymore, because looking
So
back at our younger selves as we did some of us stuff, oh my
I
God,
think what I'll actually link is the best of improv 6 through 12 because that's probably one of my favorite.
I
Like there
remember
were
that
so
video.
many funny moments in those 6, 7 episodes. Um, that it just sums up what improvs are and basically what this podcast is. So let's end it before we get too out of hand. So we started with the 12-year-olds. I always love to recap how far along we went. We went with the 12-year-olds. We went with my curveball. Then we went to clocks. Now we're talking about old improvs.
Old improv videos. Yeah, that's you gotta start naming these like we name the old improv videos.
I've honestly thought about it.
12-year-old curveballs with broken clocks and old YouTube videos. I'm not watching that. I don't know. I don't. I feel you get to the end of that.
Year
I feel
olds,
sullied.
12-year-old curveball, clock,
Go
clock
broken clock
improvising. I don't know.
with an improvised broken clock.
I don't think I could get any worse at naming videos. Say
Quit
that
hitting me
much.
with your damn tail, cat.
Okay, for the third time, we're gonna end it. Quote. Are you
Alrighty.
ready with a
Oh,
quote?
I am not ready with a quote. I will go with you know what? I'm gonna go with Doc Hudson from Cars. If you're going hard enough right, you'll find yourself turning left.
I like that one. Mine is when you start out big, you never get big enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Another
Big
one
brain
from a book,
moves.
which I could go into a whole separate topic on this quote alone, but that's as soon as I've read that, I'm like, holy shit, this changes my perspective on a lot. So if you want me to go more in depth, feel free to comment and let me know, and we will talk about it.
And make sure you give a like and a subscription, and you can become part of the buds.
Oh yeah, that was
And
gonna.
we can.
We have an outro now, or at least this is the first time we're trying it out, and if it sucks, we'll change it. Is there anything else you would like to add before I read this, and we'll see how it goes?
Don't do vegetables, stay in drugs, and drink your Ovaltine.
So thanks for BSing with us. Follow or subscribe, and you become you. Wow, great start. You can become one of the buds. First time intro.
No stuttering
And-
required.
And we'll see you next time when I can actually speak. So.
All right, you all just take her easy now. See you next time, buddy.